Hello and welcome to day 17 of Breakup Recovery series. If you are joining me live for the first time, my name is Irina Shehovtsov. I am certified NLP, timeline therapy and hypnotherapy coach, and for the month of August I'm sharing tools, techniques and tips you can do today to help you with your breakup recovery. Yesterday we talked about self-love for breakup recovery, and what are some of the things you can do to implement in your life today to practice self-love, because it's so important, and it's not selfish, it's actually caring for others, because when you practice self-love you show up as a better person, as a better human to others. So check out yesterday's video. If you're watching me on Instagram, it's an IGTV series, and if you're watching me on other platforms, just check down below. So today we're talking about how to find your identity again after breakup, and maybe I can start by sharing my personal story, how I was looking for my identity, and you can do, maybe you can gain something from it as well. I became a single parent of a newborn and a 5-year-old actually 7 years ago. And I was living in the depressive state of mind, going day in and day out, not being present, being broken down, being depressed, and being tired of living like that, and wanting something different. But what happened as a result of a long-term relationship, I managed to lose my identity, who I was as a person. I was associating myself, oh, as someone else's wife, I'm someone else's mom, but who was I? That's the question I was asking. And little by little I started rediscovering those things for myself in different areas of my life. The first thing I ever did was getting into exercise mode and walking outside to get the exercise back on and addressing my physical being, because when we exercise it gives us a better, I call it improves your self-esteem, and it releases endorphins into your bloodstream when you run, when you do some high-intensity training. Another thing that was beneficial as well was joining Toastmasters and speaking and learning how to speak, how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it allowed me to start opening up my voice, because for years I would not express my opinion, or I would side with my spouse because I didn't want to quarrel, I didn't want to argue, I wanted to be convenient, or I don't know what's the right word, but I didn't want to quarrel, and oftentimes so my voice wasn't heard. So when going in Toastmasters allowed me to find my voice, to open my voice and share about the things that I knew, or the things that I needed to overcome. So it's a great place to start, and it's not just for breakup recovery, but if you are a shy person, or if you are looking to improve your public speaking skills, then definitely join Toastmasters. It can broaden your horizons, it can boost your self-confidence in yourself, because you're doing something at first you feel scared to do, but then you're pushing through it, and coming out as it's better for your self-esteem. And you are in a group of people who are on the same journey as you, who are just learning how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Another great thing I did was learning how to sing and getting myself a voice coach, and I discovered another part of me, and I was able to sing what I couldn't speak, because sometimes it's difficult to speak your mind, it's difficult to open up. But through song, you're able to express your emotions, you're able to express your feelings, you are able to explore that other side of you that maybe you had suppressed for a very long time, and you didn't realize it was there. So little by little, by trying new different things, and maybe there is something in your life that you wanted to do for the longest time, but you said to yourself, oh, I don't have time, or maybe your spouse didn't like you engaging in that activities. And now that you're after a breakup, you're after divorce, and you want to rediscover who you are. What is it that makes you you? What is it that makes you unique? Go do that. Try it out. What do you have to lose? And by pursuing your hobby, by pursuing the things that you love, you can try it out. And then if it doesn't work, you can try something else. You don't need to stick to one thing. But when you do that, when you practice those things, when you go and explore your hobbies, you are able to uncover a little piece of you that was there, but you have been suppressing it for so long. And you can rediscover your identity little by little. And this is what I teach women in my program, Happiness Academy, how to find your identity once again, how to be happy by addressing 4 states of being, because I believe recovery is a 4-state approach, because we are energetic beings and we live in physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual states. And by using tools and techniques available to us, we can rediscover our identity, we can find our gift, we can find a purpose, we can make our life meaningful again. And being excited to wake up in the morning and not dread that there is another day coming and you gotta just live through it. What if there was a purpose? What if there was something better for you? Wouldn't you wanna try it, find out about it? So that was my journey of my recovery. And I also invested in personal development and growth and learning different tools and techniques like mindset. So one of those things was NLP. And what is NLP? It's neuro-linguistic programming, and this is the study of how we interact with the world and how we interact with ourselves. We have different ways of communicating. We have visual, we have auditory, kinesthetic, it's when you think about something. Olfactory is the smell, and gustatory is what you taste. And we have all those different parts of us, that how we receive information. And then another part of it is the linguistic part of it. It's the pictures, because oftentimes we see our world in pictures, or sounds and feelings and tastes and smells and words that we say. And how do we interact with that? And it's an amazing program that allows you to get to know yourself better. In addition, there is also timeline therapy, and what the timeline therapy allows you to do is to release your negative emotions like fear, anger, sadness, grief, and so on, shame, depending on which kind you have, or any limiting decisions. Because all limiting beliefs, where do they stem from? They stem from a limiting decision that we made at some point in our lives, and it happens so quickly. It can happen in a split second, and then you live with it for your whole lifetime. Because for our mind, doesn't matter, it's very quick. The installation is very quick, and then you live with it for the rest of your life. So it allows you to release those things and to start your life anew, to have a blank slate. And you master your mind, because you learn more about yourself through those practices and techniques and tools. You can overcome anxiety, trauma, doubt, and suffering. You can win daily and enjoy a life of confidence, peace, and freedom. And this is what I do with my clients in breakthrough coaching when we work one-on-one. I'm able to use those techniques that I experienced myself, and I was able to see such amazing benefits from it. Imagine you get a second chance in life. Imagine that you can start anew as a blank slate, and all your past conditioning, your past limitations are cleaned up. This is what that allows you to do. It's absolutely incredible, having gone through that myself, and how quickly it is resolved. It's unbelievable. So that's another thing that I pursued as well, in addition to my as part of my personal development goals. And I was able to discover things about myself that I didn't know existed. Because I was an introvert, always quiet, the last one to speak up, and I'm still on a journey of converting. So you never know what you're going to discover. But it is important to find your identity again after breakup, to start anew, to find out who you are and why are you here. What is your purpose? Because once you find your purpose, once you find your identity, your life will get a different meaning, and you'll be excited to wake up in the morning, to go do your mission, to go do the things that are important, and not just simply living or being in the past and worrying about, oh, I should have said this and I could have been that person or this person. But instead, start your life as new. Because every day we are given, it's a gift. It's called the present for a reason. Because every morning you wake up, you have a new chance, you have another opportunity to live your life and change. The fact that you are healthy, the fact that you have roof over your head, practicing gratitude and implementing all those things in your life to rediscover your identity, to rediscover who you are. It doesn't happen overnight, but it takes dedication, it takes perseverance, it takes the knowing that whatever life you have now, it doesn't work and you don't feel happy where you are and you want to change, you want to take that step. And keep on evolving, because every day, if you change yourself, and you don't need to change overnight, it takes time. But if you make a change, a 1% degree change today, a year later, and you keep on doing that, you're going to be 365 degrees more different than when you started. And there is a great book on that. It's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's incredible, and it's exactly talking about this particular point, how the compounding interest works, and not just in finance, but in life. In anything you do, the consistency of doing it and repetition causes the changes, and you can practice it in any area of your life where you want to improve, whether it's exercise, nutrition, sport, finance, relationships. It's called Jeff Wilson, The Slight Edge is the name of the book. So to recap, some of the things you can do to find your identity again is go out and do something you've been wanting to do for a very long time and you had it suppressed. Whether it was by you or by your spouse or by your family, go out and do the thing that makes you happy, that makes you joyous, or maybe you're just curious about to find out what it is. Go and do that for yourself. Toastmasters was great tool, to learn how to speak, to not that you don't know how to speak, but to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Voice coaching opens up your voice, and there's so many amazing teachers. And if it's of interest to you, or any trade, any hobby you can pick, go and do that for yourself. Because in hobby, it's not just you fulfilling yourself, you also get to meet people who are on the same journey as you, who are pursuing that hobby, or because you have common interests, you have something to talk about, so you form a new circle of friends or people, acquaintances. And if you don't have any supportive people in your life, and yes, your family and friends, they want for you to be happy, but if they haven't been through breakup, if they haven't been through divorce, how could they know how you feel or what you are going through? So if you don't have supportive people in your life, go out, pursue your hobby, form a new positive circle of friends that you can rely on, that you can talk to, that you can communicate. In addition to rediscovering a little part of you that is there that you can find and make it your own if it was suppressed for the longest time. Another thing you can do is you can work with me and release your negative emotions like fear, anger, sadness, grief, or shame, or any limiting decisions, any limitations that you feel you have. We can work together one-on-one, and you get to experience the power of breakthrough coaching. So this is how you find your identity again. by pursuing your hobbies, by going for it. And when you have naysayers, when you have people who are like saying, what are you doing? This is not right, or you're not supposed to. Stick to your self-belief, what your inner voice is telling you. If it's something you like, then by all means go ahead and pursue that thing that makes you happy, that puts your soul on fire. Don't let other people dissuade you or dilute your belief in yourself. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you found this message beneficial, feel free to share with a friend. And tomorrow tune in again for another breakup recovery session where I'm gonna share tips, tools, and techniques about breakup recovery that you can implement today to be happy and fulfilled. Thank you.